Is this a case of Rahul preaching and Revanth poaching? Viewers, think about it. The Congress has exposed Congress again. Remember the Congress's poll manifesto, the Nyay Patra, as they called it? Among other things, viewers, it proposed amending the anti-defection law under the 10th schedule to ensure automatic disqualification of defectors, which means Rahul had vowed to strengthen the anti-defection law, which was originally introduced by his late father, Rajiv Gandhi, in 1985. While the Congress has been publicly advocating high moral standards on this and other constitutional issues, the reality reveals a different story. Why do I say this? The Congress unit in Telangana is openly disregarding this idealistic stance by aggressively poaching members from the BRS. Over the last month, several elected BRS representatives have switched to the Congress. Let me break this down further, viewers. It essentially means that while Rahul preaches in Delhi, Revanth Reddy is accused of poaching in Telangana. And that's not all. Every time leaders from other political parties have joined the BJP, the Congress has been quick to hurl the Aya Ram, Gaya Ram Bab, which means turncoats who switch sides. While the Congress's commitment to clean politics by cracking down on defections was commendable, it would have been more impactful had they practiced it even before enacting such a law. In other words, the Congress should have walked the talk. The BJP and the BRS have gone after the Congress's double speak. They have accused Rahul Gandhi of betraying the Samvidhan and their own Nyay Patra. Sample the war of words and then we open this up.
I really feel very bad and pity for the TRS and the BJP also, because they are the parties which have started this. In the previous 1 decade, the TRS government has done that only. It is so unfortunate, even they have gone to the extent of taking other party MLA and made him to take these, even included them in the cabinet also. And I have been repeatedly mentioned this in the House, saying that you don't do this, you are unnecessarily spoiling the democratic values. And they have done that. And today they are speaking about it. What ethics that they have, either BJP or the TRS.
Whatever the allegations are being made by either BRS or BJP against Congress, they have got no moral right to point out a finger against. They were the instigators. They are the culprits. It is the same BRS also claimed this government is going to fall down.
In 6 months.
The question of 6 months.
Sad state of affairs in Telangana state now. Now Rahul Gandhi ji was holding a book of the constitution while taking his oath in the parliament. Sad part is, even in their manifesto, they've been repeatedly saying that we're gonna, any defection, we will see to that these concerned MLAs are suspended from the concerned parties. And in fact, the 10th schedule or the amendment was in fact passed by the Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Rajiv Gandhi ji, Rahul Gandhi ji's father. So you hold the book of Constitution in your hand, and then you support defections. So well, this shows Congress's double standards both in state and in the centre.
Let's open this up. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party; Tushar Gupta, political analyst; Tariq Khan, the national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party; Dinesh Chaudhary, spokesperson of the BRS; Lokesh Jindal, political analyst; and Dr. Sumansi Raman is back on India Upfront. Good evening to all of you. I want to begin by asking you, Lokesh Jindal, what is going on? I have the Nyay Patra of the Congress party. And do you know what's written? Point number 13, we promise to amend the 10th schedule of the Constitution and make defection an automatic disqualification of the membership in Assembly or Parliament. What is happening? Rahul Gandhi wants to save Samvidhan in Sansad, not in states.
Till the time there isn't any amendment brought about in the 10th schedule, even if we want to restrict defections, we cannot. Because the Constitution allows defections to happen. Yes, if you want defections to go away, bring the Congress to power at the center and then watch how the Congress will bring about an amendment and bring a complete halt to these defections. BRS as a political party is responsible for its own demise. it's
Forget the BRS. Did the BRS ask the Congress to include this in the manifesto?
Yes.
Is Mr.
We
KCR
are
or Mr.
very much-
KTR deciding policies for the Congress party? Lokesh Jindal, these are juvenile
Pranesh,
arguments. What are you
Pranesh,
saying?
No.
You began by saying that the Constitution allows for it. Is that the defense?
because
Then why did you put it here? And what is stopping you from telling the MLAs that at least resign? No one is asking you that, look, do not allow leaders from other parties to join the Congress. By all means, take all of them. But at least
Pranesh,
follow, what you preach, or at least what Rahul Gandhi has been saying.
First and foremost, I completely agree with you, Pranesh. The arguments propagated here by Lokesh are juvenile to say the least and preposterous at their very worst. First and foremost, let's be very clear. What constitutes defection and what constitutes disqualification? That is clearly outlined wide the Sarkaria Commission report of 1988-89 and wide the famous S.R. Bommai versus the Union of India judgment of 1994. So the limited point is this. In any state or a union territory, when there are defections from the incumbent government's end, then the Council of Ministers, on the advice of the governor, is asked to prove their majority via a floor test on the floor of the House. And if the Council of Ministers is not able to prove its majority on the floor of the House, it is then that President steps in, and then you start talking of Article 356. But till that stage is reached, the ball is in the court of the incumbent state government, the ball is in the court of the incumbent Council of Ministers, and the ball is in the court of the governor of the incumbent state, where all these political happenings are taking place.
I want to bring in Dr. Sumansi Raman. Dr. Raman, you are also smiling. You tell me, sir, is one wrong in asking the Congress party that they are not walking the talk? Revanth Reddy is not practicing what Rahul Gandhi has been preaching?
Okay, now let us look at what the BRS did when it was in power. The BRS lured not one, not two, but 39 MLAs from other parties, including TDP, including Congress, including YSRCP. Various MLAs were wooed. Many of the leaders, in fact, who are going back to the Congress now are actually those who left the Congress. So ideologically, there is no major issue with them. It's not like, say, defecting from the Congress to the BJP, where there is an ideological shift. Keshav Rao was former Andhra Pradesh Congress president.
All that is a matter of fact, sir. There is no problem there. It is about what the Congress preached and what it has not done.
Exactly, it's a matter of fact. No, let's look at it very clearly. If any law or defection is being violated, those people will lose their seats.
Okay, there is no violation here. So what, we wrote this in the manifesto. That's okay. Manifesto at the end of the day is only for practical purpose. Polls are over. We will make a new manifesto when the next election comes. Tushar Gupta.
They have not come to power.
Okay, we will come to power and then do it. Then Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party should wait to come to power and not hold the constitution now. Save constitution when you are in power. Tushar Gupta.
How can...
Pranesh, I was just wondering what the Congress's ideology really is. Mr. Sumansi Raman, we heard you. Hold on, please. Mr. Sumansi Raman was saying that there has been no ideological shift because people are now moving back towards the Congress. But what is the ideology of the Congress? In 2024, Congress is a party without an ideology. Its mere existence is dependent on allies, and that is why it's wooing all the possible MPs, MLAs, MLCs across the states. In Bengal, they allied with the party which was indulging in violence against their members during the Panchayat polls. This is their ideology. In Bihar, they are allying with the party whom they fought against for decades. This is their ideology. In Delhi, they are fighting against a party, or rather with a party, against whom they registered a complaint 2 years ago. That is their ideology. So, Mr. Sumansi Raman, Congress has absolutely no ideology. And Pranesh, this brings us back to what the Prime Minister said in the Lok Sabha, that Congress is now using the regional parties as a climber. They want to retain their vote share. They want to take away their MPs and MLAs, increase their count. For the Congress, the regional parties are only a means of getting back to power. Today, you're looking at BRS because it's perhaps the weakest link in the regional parties. Tomorrow, it will be RJD. Day after tomorrow, it's going to be the Samajwadi Party. That is the inevitable reality, because Congress, without the vote share of the allies, without the core vote of the allies or the regional parties, it's going to be wiped out of existence in 2029. This is what they've done in 24 to save themselves. This is what they'll do in 2029, and this is the first step you're seeing towards it.
Tariq Khan, do you agree with what we've discussed so far? You know, Lokesh says we will do it when we are in power. Dr. Raman is also echoing that line. Is that the right thing to do? Should you not be following what you said in the manifesto?
First of all, let's clear the funda of what is the basic difference between a MLC and a MLA. BJP spokesperson spoke about. Whenever you have to prove the majority in the people's house, that is the assembly, the people who are selected.
Tariq bhai, this
MLA.
is not about majority. This is about morality. You've got it wrong.
So, okay, what BJP spokesperson, I just replied her. What she said, she said that if some of the MLC have gone or left the party or joined some other party, you have to prove the majority. No way. It's all about MLAs. It's all about MPs of the Lok Sabha, not Rajya Sabha. Whenever there is,
okay, Tariq bhai, now answer the larger question.
Now ask the larger question. What is the larger?
क्या ये बात सही है जो कांग्रेस ने किया है? अपने न्याय पत्र में उन्होंने लिखा था हम 10 शेड्यूल को बदलेंगे, डिफेक्शन अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, और ये देखिए क्या कर रही है कांग्रेस तेलंगाना में.
नहीं, देखिए ऐसा है कि अगर कुछ एमएलसी इधर उधर जाना चाहते हैं तो ये उनका अधिकार है, वो जा सकते हैं. उसके बाद कानून को भी अपना काम करना चाहिए. स्पीकर के पास अपने पावर्स होते हैं. देखिए, आप स्पीकर से रिक्वेस्ट करिए, एवरीथिंग इज टुवर्ड्स द स्पीकर. लेट हिम टेक द डिसीजन और हर टेक द डिसीजन. whoever is the speaker. यूपी में भी तो यही हुआ. राज्यसभा के चुनाव में 6 लोगों ने
तारिक भाई, 1 minute, I will tell you what the problem is with this logic. I'll tell you the fundamental. No, I'll tell you the problem. 1 minute. You are talking about the speaker. People who have scant respect for the chair in parliament, for both the Lok Sabha speaker and the Rajya Sabha chairman, are now expecting the chair to step in. When the chair does, if and when he does, आप बोलेंगे कि देखिए the speaker is partisan, एक पार्टी के वो वर्कर या कार्यकर्ता की तरह काम कर रहे हैं. अगर कांग्रेस ने अपने मैनिफेस्टो में लिखा था तो स्पीकर से पूछा था, BRS से पूछा था, किसी और से पूछा था. Why can't they follow what they had written? That's the question. आप whatever you think is right.
मेरी समझने की, you just try to understand. We cannot compare apple with oranges. Okay, you are trying to mix the proceeding or the type of democracy we have in parliament and the states.
Acha, there is a difference in the type of democracy in parliament and in states.
So you cannot mix it. Means if you're talking about state, talk about state. Don't talk about parliament and what happened over there. It's what is happening in the state. Compare it with the state. Don't compare it with what is happening.
So आप बोल रहे हैं कि संविधान खतरे में सेंटर में है, पार्लियामेंट में संविधान बचाएंगे, लेकिन स्टेट में तो सेफ है क्योंकि यहाँ पे डिफरेंट ब्रांड ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी है.
You can have, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि वहां पर अगर 6 MLC छोड़कर चले गए.
अरे 6 की बात नहीं है तारिक भाई. Even if one person leaves, why are you not understanding? It's about one. अगर एक भी छोड़ के चला गया, प्रिंसिपल की बात है सर, ये नंबर की बात नहीं है, मेजॉरिटी की बात नहीं है.
I want to make one thing very clear. Why I said MLAs or MLCs or what have you. Do you remember the infamous, or should I say famous case of 2022 June? Within a week of Uddhav Thackeray seeing 74% of his flock shifting to Eknath Shinde, lock, stock and barrel. What happened? The matter went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, we are not concerned with whether 60 or 70 or 80% of the MLAs of the incumbent government move to another party. What we will base our judgment on is whether the incumbent can prove his majority on the floor of the House, since Uddhav Thackeray did not even deem it fit to take. Let me finish. Pranesh, you are not moderating the debate. I did not have
1 minute, one at a time. Lokesh, I'll come to you. If you have a problem, I'll come to you, please.
Thank you, Lokesh. Thank you. My simple point is this. Justice Chandrachud made it very clear if you have seen defections of MLAs from your party, you have to prove your majority on the floor of the House to be able to continue as Chief Minister and respect the popular mandate. Now here in the case of BRS, we are not talking of MLAs. I understand we are talking of MLCs, 6 or 7 MLCs who've joined the Congress. But the most important point beyond MLAs, MLCs, floor test is what Tushar said and what you very rightly said, Pranesh, at the start. This is the morality debate. The same Rahul Gandhi who said, हम तो यदि सत्ता में आ गए तो हम defections को ban कर देंगे. आज वही Rahul Gandhi has consumed Fevicol and Revanth Reddy has welcomed 6 or 7 BRS MLCs to his party.
Okay,
Rahul
let me
Gandhi's
bring in Dinesh
hypocrisy
Chaudhary of the BRS. Dinesh, Mr. Chaudhary.
Allow me to come in, Pranesh.
Okay, Lokesh, make your point. Dinesh ji, I'm coming to you.
Don't understand.
From which constitution, madam, have you read that the Council of Ministers is responsible to the Legislative Council? Which constitution have you read? No, tell me one thing. Where is a floor test held in the Legislative Council?
Justice
What are you talking today? You are
That's not
telling
the
me
debate.
52nd
You made
amendment
that
and you're
point. In
calling
fact,
me juvenile
I
argument.
clarified on that. Lokesh, let's not derail the debate, please. Let me bring in Mr. Chaudhary. All faders down, one person at a time. I'm going to Mr. Dinesh Chaudhary. Mr. Chaudhary, the Congress is saying, how can the BRS be, blaming them when you did what the Congress or what you accused the Congress of Mr. KTR in his tweet is saying that what the Congress is doing is not right. Legally, it may be, but morally, not quite. You had done the same thing. Leaders from the Congress defected to the BRS. Then you did not have a problem.
Before starting my argument, let me show you one small thing which exposes the dual-faced nature of Congress and the hypocritic attitude of Rahul Gandhi. You can see in their manifesto, in which their Nyaya Patra, they have clearly mentioned that once we come into power, we will enforce the automatic disqualification of people who are elected on one symbol shifting to another party. But what is he doing here? You can see Rahul Gandhi is meeting and greeting a defected MLA from BRS party in Delhi along with their chief minister. And here he is also holding constitution in his hand. My dear Rahul Gandhi, constitution should not be in hand. The constitutional spirit should be in your heart. दिल में होना चाहिए, हाथ में दिखावा नहीं. Because look at this. Congress is asking Haryana speaker to disqualify one of their MLAs who have shifted to BJP, Kiran Chaudhary. This was on 19th June. But yet in Telangana, they are effectively encouraging defections. And look at the most blatant misuse of that instance is Danam Nagender, who has won from BRS as an MLA, has contested as Congress MP from Secunderabad Lok Sabha. This is the most blatant violation of the rule. How can an MLA elected on a one-party symbol contest from another party symbol as an MP? Does Rahul Gandhi have any ethical or moral senses or values? Does he do this only to preach to others? Doesn't he practice them?
Lokesh Jindal, answer that question. It's a straightforward
regarding
question.
your question, Pranesh, let me answer you.
Yeah.
No, let me answer
yes,
you.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary. Mr. Chaudhary, let me get facts straight.
How come you?
It is up to the chairman or the speaker who has to disqualify a candidate.
No, let me
Secondly,
I haven't completed.
Okay, 1 minute. Lokesh is not done.
I haven't completed.
Let him finish. Yes, sir.
I haven't completed. Ask Lokesh to please hold his horses. Ask Lokesh to hold his horses. I haven't finished. So, BRS, you have been asking me in previous instances, BRS also accepted other party MLAs into our fold. But Pranesh, the difference here is we have accepted the defections with 2/3 majority, which the constitution allows, not singular individual defections.
Okay. Lokesh, answer the question.
What do you call legislative parties?
He's calling out the Congress's hypocrisy. He gave an instance of what you've done in Haryana.
Pranesh, Mr. Chaudhary, you must be well aware that the 10th schedule, it clearly demarcates two forms of defections. One is individual and other is a merger. What you are talking about is a merger, and if an individual defection takes place, it is up to the chairman or the speaker so as to have the candidate disqualified. So let's get facts straight over here. It is not at the behest of a political party, but it has to be on the basis of Article 102, Clause 2, whereby the speaker or the chairman shall take the proceedings forward, as was taken up by Narvekar with respect to the Maharashtra Legislative.
Let me ask you a small question, Lokesh. Let me ask you a small question.
Lokesh,
if what you are saying,
you must be
should we? No. If we go by what you are saying, why has the Congress and your ally, and Congress's allies in Maharashtra been saying that the government is illegitimate? The speaker did not disqualify the MLAs there.
Yes, because Pranesh, the reason is the kind of behavior that was resorted to by the governor.
What behavior? Now, first it was the speaker, now it is the governor.
The election commission while distributing the election symbol. All of them was biased.
Please do not.
If you could, let me give you the.
But the two issues are not related, Lokesh.
Let me tell you what
the two are not related.
The governor.
No, let me tell you what the Supreme Court has said in case of defections.
No, sir.
Please do not expose your ignorance in these issues.
No. I am not at all exposing my ignorance. Rather, you are exposing your ignorance.
No, please listen to the judgment Supreme Court has delivered before.
Listen to me.
Please listen to the judgment Supreme Court has delivered before.
When the defection occurred at that point of time,
in January 2020,
the speaker was approached to and the speaker...
Gentlemen, one at a time. Dineshji, let him complete his point. I will come to you. Dineshji, please, let Lokesh make his point. I'll come to you, sir, please.
Yes. Dineshji, prior to the governor, it is up to the speaker so as to have the members disqualified. And once the members are disqualified, the entire quorum of the house changes. But if at all you give a free hand to the governor and
you are back to square one. Lokesh, how is this?
Pranesh,
no, 1 minute. This is not about what the speaker can do. The Congress party in its manifesto made a promise. Now you expect the speaker to uphold your promise. Promise आप करेंगे, उसको implement speaker करेंगे.
Because the constitution does not allow Congress party to disqualify the candidate. The speaker has to only disqualify.
You can ask the members to resign, so like Mr. Keshav Rao has done on moral grounds.
Pranesh, you want to say that if at all...
Lokesh, what is this logic? I'm not understanding. I don't know. 1 minute. I can't allow this, please. Lokesh, answer a simple question. What did Keshav Rao do? He joined the Congress and resigned as a Rajya Sabha member. He cited moral grounds.
Pranesh, what I'm saying is, if at all a person resigns from a political party and decides to join another political party, on what basis are you going to restrict that person? It is the fundamental right for every person.
On the basis of your manifesto, Lokesh, on the basis of morality that you invoke. Sumansi Raman, is this not political expediency, sir?
Pranesh, can I just give a small example to prove Lokesh is lying?
Ma'am, I'll come to you. Let Dr. Raman finish his point. I'm coming to you.
Why not BJP? No, I would suggest that the BJP move an amendment in Parliament to try, excuse me, I'm speaking, sir, 1 minute. Why not the BJP move an amendment in Parliament along the lines of what the Congress has put in the manifesto and embarrass the Congress? It's a great idea, right? I'm sure that this is something that they should look at. Yes, but will they, considering 118 or whatever of their candidates who contested in the recent Lok Sabha elections were defectors from other parties?
I will tell you, Dr. Raman, the BJP did pass a resolution to highlight the emergency. No, 1 minute. And when they expected the members, all members at that, to back that, you know what happened in the House?
I want to make a small point here, Pranesh.
Come on, let us know what happened in the House. What happened in the House?
They walked out, sir.
Gandhi's speech was
they walked out.
The Prime Minister's speech was interrupted.
I don't understand what is happening here.
Yes, because the Congress has apologized for the emergency. What do you want them to do now? They have apologized. The former
Sanju Verma, what do you expect the Congress to do?
Everybody has apologized for the emergency.
Okay, Pranesh, first, let me now, please.
Tushar, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Tushar, I'm coming to you. One person at a time, all faders down. Please, Pawan, please.
Thank you. Pranesh, first and foremost, very quickly, the morality argument is settled. Rahul Gandhi does not preach what he practices. He does not practice what he preaches. And that is amply evident from the Telangana example, point number 1. Point number 2, जो लोग अपने आप को डेमोक्रेसी के सूरमा, लोकतंत्र के सूरमा बोलते हैं, on the floor of the house, लाल किताब दिखाकर कहते हैं हम संविधान के रखवाले हैं. Those very people have no problem when BRS MLCs defect to the Congress. And when I say those very people, I obviously mean Rahul Gandhi and his entire ecosystem. Point number 3, for anyone who's giving yarn to the BJP on democracy, kaan kholkar sun lo that more than 100 times the Congress brazenly used Article 356 to bring down duly elected governments, of which 49 times Indira Gandhi alone dismissed duly elected governments. इसलिए डेमोक्रेसी का पाठ भारतीय जनता पार्टी और नरेंद्र मोदी को मत दीजिए. But the most important point for which I have been waiting patiently is this. Himachal, February 2024. Do you remember Harsh Mahajan and Abhishek Manu Singhvi got equal number of votes, 34 each, and by a lottery it was decided Harsh Mahajan won. And during that period, Pranesh, these are 6 gentlemen from the Congress who left the Congress and joined the BJP: Rajinder Rana, Sudhir Sharma, Devinder Kumar Bhutto, Ravi Thakur, Inder Dutt Lakhanpal, and Chaitanya Sharma. The Congress said these people should be disqualified, and the matter went to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court on the 12th of March 2024 said yes, their disqualification will not be stayed, they need to be disqualified. The reason I'm giving this example is that when it happens in a Congress rule state, the Congress is quick to disqualify MLAs, approach the Supreme Court, and when the Supreme Court rules in their favor, they say Vaji Vah. And today Lokesh is saying,
double speed expediency. Point taken. Tushar Gupta wanted to make a point. Yes, Tushar, quickly.
Pranesh, I'll tell you what, Lokesh Jindal here, for night after night, he sat down here before all the anchors of Times, or even before you, I remember on a debate, and he's saying, अरे देखो भाजपा ने हमारी पार्टी तोड़ दी, हम संविधान का तो रखवाले हैं पर अपने एमपी एमएलए का रखवाला कर नहीं सकते. आज इन्होंने खुद वही चीज करी जिसका ये 2 साल से ऑपोजिशन कर रहे थे. तो देखिए, आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़िए, आप लॉ पढ़िए. द हिपोक्रेसी here is, Pranesh, that Congress doesn't want to accept that now it wants to break up the regional parties to ensure its existence. It's that simple. ये सब हिपोक्रेसी थी. देखिए ऑपरेशन लोटस हो गया, देखिए पार्टी तोड़ दी, देखिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट गिरा दी. ये खुद वही करने वाले हैं. कर्नाटका में शायद इनकी सरकार गिर जाए क्योंकि वहां सब आपस में लड़ रहे हैं. हिमाचल में शायद इनकी सरकार गिर जाए. देन अगेन लोकेश जिंदल विल कम ऑन योर शो एंड से, अरे देखिए भाजपा ने क्या कर दिया. इट्स जस्ट हिज हिपोक्रेसी which is unable to define. No, that's okay. He doesn't understand what I say. Doesn't why he doesn't agree. That's not the point. But his hypocrisy is clear. He's the man. His party is that party which stands against defections. Okay. Today they're happy accepting MPs and
Lokesh's response. Yes.
Pranesh, Tushar is a liar. From when did BJP break Congress party? They broke Shiv Sena, they broke NCP. When did BJP break Congress party? Nowhere. I never said what he's talking about. Even before, I don't know. These are a bunch of liars. They don't know anything about how the Constitution functions. Only the thing is, they have got certain mugged up script which has to be vomited out every time. Pranesh, what I'm saying is, if at all defections have to be stopped, they can only be stopped via constitutional amendment. What Congress had done.
No, why? You can't take a stand, tell MLAs, no, not before you resign. You resign, you resign from the post and welcome to the Congress. Is it difficult to say, Lokesh, aap bataiye, is the Constitution stopping you from doing it?
Yes. The Constitution gives a fundamental right to every individual to join any association.
What are you saying?
You cannot have...
That's okay, Lokesh. This is not about the right of those who are joining the Congress. Why are you... Either you don't understand or you're deliberately doing it. Tariq Khan. No, 1 minute. Tariq bhai, आपने ये तो सुना होगा, आप बहुत सारे पैनल पे रहे हैं और मुझे तो याद है, पता नहीं आपको याद है कि नहीं, कि इंडिया अलायंस ने ये कहा है कि देखिए जो लोग बीजेपी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं ये उनको डरा धमका के ज्वाइन करवाया जा रहा है, एजेंसीज का मिसयूज हो रहा है. ये सुना है आपने पहले?
यस.
तो अभी तेलंगाना में क्या मिसयूज हो रहा है सर वहां पे?
नहीं. लेट मी आस्क अनदर क्वेश्चन. A question to you and to the panelists, all the panelists. You are saying that on the moral ground they should first resign and then change the party. Okay, that's what you are saying. Same thing, why you didn't ask Chain Singh, Jayant Singh was a MP Rajya Sabha by our MLA. Why the same thing had not been asked to Jayant Singh at that time? That if you are changing the party, first resign. Look at Swami Prasad Maurya. He himself resigned and then left Samajwadi Party. Why didn't you ask the same thing to Jayant Singh, Jayant Chaudhary, that before joining BJP, you must resign because you are elected by the MLAs of our party?
Okay, now Tariq Bhai, can I say this? 1 minute. I will ask Sanju Verma to answer that question. 1 minute. But if the BJP does not do it, does it mean anything, that there's a hurdle for the Congress to enforce it or to practice it? Because the Congress had made it clear in its manifesto. That's the point. Now, the question that you've asked, Sanju Verma, quick response, then we move on.
No, Pranesh, my limited point is this. Nobody, first and foremost, I want to tell Lokesh. Lokesh thinks he understands every nuance of the Constitution. Lokesh, you're super intelligent. But the Constitution does not give everyone fundamental right to defect. I mean, please choose your words with discretion. थोड़ा सोच समझकर बात कीजिए. आप तो इतने बुद्धिमान हैं, बुद्धिजीवी हैं. But I just want to tell the Samajwadi Party person one thing. You are sitting here today and lecturing the BJP. The year was 2019. You formed a pre-poll alliance with the Bahujan Samaj Party. What happened in Lok Sabha 2019? The Samajwadi Party got 5 seats, which were then reduced to 3 after you lost by-elections in Rampur and Azamgarh, and the BSP won 10 seats. The moment the BSP won 10 seats, you abandoned them. Whereas the Constitution says in spirit, if you have a pre-poll alliance, you need to respect it. पहले उसका जवाब दो, बाद में बीजेपी को भाषण देना. BSP के साथ आपने pre-poll alliance क्यों तोड़ा 2019 में?
Okay, whataboutery is never the answer. We'll have to move on, viewers. Let's shift our attention